Okay, so a quick review from what we did yesterday. Solving a right triangle means to find what? Remember? All angles and all for a total of 6. So you need 6 pieces. We talked about when do we use the inverse. When do we use the inverse ratio? When we want to find the angle. That's very important and very helpful. So when you want to find the angle, you have to use the inverse. Then we went through how to find the inverse functions. Once again, highlight whatever angle you're looking for. Write your sides, hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite. Choose the correct one using SOHCAHTOA, whether it's sine, cosine, or tangent, and then plug it in and solve, okay? Today what I wanted to start with was solving right triangles. So I wanted to start with solving right triangles. Okay, did we do this one? I can't remember. We did this one? I think we finished this one.
Oh yeah, we did.
Let's do this one then. Okay. Solving the right triangle. So there are 6 pieces of information we need to find. 6 pieces of information. We've been given 3 of them. What are the 3 that we've been given? Someone identify the 3 pieces we've been given? Mackenzie? Right angle and 2 sides, the 11 and the 18. Okay, so you're getting those 3. Can somebody name one of the 3 things we need to find then? Raise your hand, please. Mario. The hypotenuse, which is NP. Another thing. Taz, what's another thing we need to find? So we have all the sides now, because we had 2 sides and this is the 3rd side. I know. What else is there in triangles? We have 3 sides and 3... Which angles are missing? I can't hear you. Angle P. And the last thing that's missing? Angle N. Okay, we need to find all 3 of these things. When you solve these, view it as 3 separate problems. Okay? Don't get overwhelmed. Do 3 separate problems. Does not matter really which order we go in. Which would you like to find first? I don't really care. Which one? P is what I heard first. So we're going to find P first. I'll do P in green, okay? Alright. I will not P green, I will do P in green. My grandfather's name was Nathaniel Pope Green. And so when you abbreviated it, it was Nathaniel P. Green. So we got a lot of jokes about that just going on. Alright. So now, angle P. Let's highlight angle P. Okay? And now, we need to label our sides. So what is the 18 going to be, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Opposite. The 11, Luis, would be the adjacent. And the NP then, Mackenzie, will be the hypotenuse. Let's write down SOHCAHTOA just for our reference. Cindy, can you spell it for me? S-O-H C-A-H T-O-A. Which 2 pieces do I have in this situation, Julio? The adjacent and the opposite. You see how I'm missing the hypotenuse? There's nothing given there. Which one of my 3 functions has the opposite and the adjacent, Ryan? TOA. What does the TOA stand for? Tangent. Can you set it up for me, Leslie Thomas? Tangent of angle P. Remember, the angle always goes next to your trig function. Equals 11 over 18. Very good. Is this where I need to cross multiply?
No.
Why not? I'm finding the angle here, right? So whenever I need to find the angle, I need to use the inverse. So Gustavo, what's my next line going to read? Sorry? Notes? Can I come back to you, Gustavo? Cleo? inverse tangent, good, of 11 over 18. Thank you for saying inverse tangent and not tangent to the -1. All right. Have we isolated what we need to find? So we're missing angle P, right? Is it by itself?
Yes.
So can you plug that in your calculator? Cindy? 31.43 degrees. So write that up here. 31.43 degrees. And you might want to box that or something, okay? Any questions with how we found angle P? Any questions with how we found angle P? Alright, I'd like to do the next angle. I'd like to do the other angle next, just because it's going to be similar. Sister Gail, who was visiting yesterday, I talked to her about ways that might be helpful for you guys. And she said it might be confusing when I use another color here on the same picture. She might recommend, because these are going to change. It's not a big deal, don't worry about it. But one of the things I thought of is I may erase them. So I'm going to erase all these. You guys might want to just draw a new triangle. Same shape, but just draw another one. Now we're going to look for angle N. And I'm going to do it in blue. Okay? So now, last time we had P highlighted. Now I'm going to highlight which angle? N. Henry, label the sides. Adjacent, good. Good, and hypotenuse. Which two numbers have we been given here, Stephanie? And what two sides are those going to be? What's the name of 18 and 11 in words? Very good. And which of our trig functions uses the opposite and the adjacent? Tangent? Good. So she says it's going to be tangent because it's the opposite and the adjacent. Who haven't I heard from yet? Julio, can you set it up for me? Of angle N, because we've changed our angle now, equals. What is it? Good. Notice that this is very similar to angle P, except because we switched our angles, notice that the fraction has switched. It's become the reciprocal. Yeah, I messed up the other one. When are you guys going to stop me?
You're the teacher.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you guys respect me, I guess, but next time let me know. Alright? So this one, I'm sorry, so this should have been 18 over 11. That's my bad, I'm sorry. So what does the new angle P equal? Can you make sure you change that in your notes, please? What is it, 50.57 degrees? Okay, and then what is the blue one going to be then? The blue one's going to be 11 over 18. So remember, it's always opposite over adjacent, and don't be afraid to tell me I'm wrong. Okay, I make mistakes too. I know it's very rare, because I'm near perfect, but sometimes, you know, if the moon is not quite in the right place and the solar system's all aligned, sometimes I do make mistakes.
31.
Yep, this is going to be the other one. So if we find the inverse, we get angle N is equal to the inverse tangent of 11 over 18. And this is actually going to be our answer for what we got before. And it's going to be angle N is equal to, what is it? 31.43. How can we check our angles? Add them. All three of our angles have to add up to what?
180.
180. So I would have figured it out pretty soon, right, if I did it wrong again?
Yeah.
But that's a good way to check, right? So check them. Do they all add up to 180?
Yeah.
We're adding up all our angles, so N, P, and
Yep.
Q. Do they get exact to 180 or close to 180? Exactly. What if it got like 179.99? Is that good? Yeah, that's close enough, because that's where rounding error comes in. If you get like 160, that's not close enough, right? And then the last thing we need to find, sorry, let me write that answer in. So this is 31.43 degrees, and this is 58.57. The last thing we need to find is the last leg, which is NP. I'll do it in red. How could I find NP, which is X? How could I find NP? Here's a hint. It's something we learned a long, long time ago. Pythagorean theorem. What is the Pythagorean theorem? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. When I use the Pythagorean theorem, it needs to be what type of triangle?
Right.
Right triangle. How many sides do I need to know already in order to find the third one, right? So 2 sides in order to find the third one. Which one's my hypotenuse here? The X. Very good. What do we label that as?
C squared.
Yeah, C. It will become C squared. This is A, this is B. Does it matter which one's A and B?
No.
It has to be the legs, so it does kind of matter, but it doesn't matter which one's which. Alright? So let's plug them in. This is 11 squared plus 18 squared equals X squared. Go ahead and use the calculator. This is 364?
324.
24? Whoops.
I can't see all the active calculation. Why am I doing calculation very much?
This is different.
This gave me
This guy.
I don't know that's how
So we got what? I got, this is 445
Yeah. Yep.
equals X squared. How do I find X then?
30.
Square root of both sides. So I got X equals 21 point, what did you? 21.1?
Yeah.
Check it with your original. Does that make sense? Does 21.1 seem to make sense with the other sides, and explain why?
Yeah.
Raise your hands, please. Gustavo? And? So it's the hypotenuse. I agree. What about the hypotenuse? And it always has to be the biggest. Is 21.1 the biggest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this seems to make sense. Give me an answer that wouldn't make sense. Give me an answer that would be too small. 16, 12, 5, 17, anything less than 18. Give me an answer that would be too big. 45 would probably be too big. 35, I don't know if you could tell, maybe. Certainly 445. Alright, so make sure you remember to take the square root, okay? So if you get x equals 445, you just forgot your square, okay? So plug that in. This is 21.1. Do we have all 6 sides? Or all 6 pieces? 3 sides, 3 angles? Yeah. Are we done? Does this make sense, what we're trying to do? Okay. I want you to do this with a partner or with a group, okay? So, do you need some help getting started, or are you guys pretty good? Okay. I'm going to stop the recording, but you guys are supposed to do this on your own. Just out